Wait, listen. If you've never sit with me, or if you've ever sit with me, today's the day to sit with me. I gotta tell you a story. Behind me is a building, and dripping off of the building are lions. Can I talk to you about your baggage? And I know you're gonna want to scroll because Brooke said baggage, but it's not bad. Listen. When I was on my way up here, I overpacked my suitcase. I couldn't pick it up on my own. It was too heavy. And I kept telling the Lord I needed to unpack the suitcase and repack it, travel light. And God said, not this time. You're going to need it all. I thought, that doesn't make sense. That's a lot of clothes, and I'm going to be home in about a week. And God's like, just leave it alone. And he made it so I couldn't even unzip it. And when I got here, it unzipped just fine. But I got to tell you this part for it to make sense because it pertains to you. I need you to hear me, okay? I don't really know how to talk about it yet, but I was assaulted in an elevator yesterday. The cops came. It was a very angry man, a very violent man, a very just got screamed at. I didn't do anything but try to hold the door for him. Sore, got a couple bruises, but I'm all right. Do you know what kept me from going in the floor? My heavy suitcase. I had to brace myself against about 240 pounds of man. And if that suitcase had not been behind me, I would have fell and would have got hurt. I called my mama, because my mama called my daughter and said, I hadn't heard from your mama. I always get pictures. What's going on? And I asked them not to tell her because my mama never dealt with her own trauma. And I knew she couldn't handle it. So I waited till I calmed down to call and tell her what happened. She said, you just can't. You can't go alone, Brooke. You shouldn't be alone. You shouldn't be anywhere. You shouldn't. And I said, Mama, perfect love cast out fear. And let me tell you a story like I'm telling you right now. I was like, Mama, my baggage kept me. The Lord kept me. And God forbid, Mama, what if I was in that elevator because I was favored? What if I was in that elevator because if it had happened to anybody else in that elevator, they wouldn't have made it because they didn't carry the same covering that I had with the Lord. So while I'm not all right now, while I'm shook, what I'm not going to do is live in fear. And what you're going to do is remember when the Lord tells you to do something, you listen. When you think that you got too much baggage and it's not good and it's a bad thing, I need you to stop and say hallelujah. And remember how good God has been to you because, baby, sometimes that baggage is what has kept you. Your story will be turned around for the glory of God, and all the ministry I've got to do up here has made it worth it. God is going to keep you. Don't be afraid. No fear.